Yo guys, what's going on? BFViking here, and for today's episode of The Upper Hand, I'm going to be showing you how you can make it a lot easier to win games of Conquest. So, most of the time you're playing Conquest, you never really know who you're going to be up against. It could be a group of casual gamers, or it could be a group of highly skilled players. Well, with the tips I'm going to give you, this will become less important, and it will depend more on your situational awareness and your knowledge of the map. So, let's take this screenshot as an example on St. Quentin's Scar. As you can see, we are capturing objective A, B, but we are losing objective E. As you can see, there's plenty of teammates on objective A, so there's no need to go to that objective. Objective B seems pretty under control, we have a few teammates there, and a couple more on the way. Now, for objective E, you can see that we are losing the flag, and a lot of teammates are dying on that objective. Well, take a look around the map. F and D are completely silent, and nothing is going on at those objectives. So, we could go and help our teammates at objective E with a high chance of dying, or we could spawn in our home base and take F while all of the enemies are trying to take back objectives A, B, and E. Once done at F, make your way down to D, search the area, and then proceed to capture that objective. Once you've managed to capture those two flags, your team will have a significant lead on the enemy. My second tip is always make sure you are using your available resources. Depending on the map and mode, your team will have a number of tanks, planes, and elite classes. It's very frustrating to see 2 planes and a tank vacant at your spawn, so make sure you encourage your teammates to hop in them. Bomber planes play a huge role in allowing your team to move up and capture an objective, as they can easily take out armor and large amounts of infantry. Tanks can also scare off enemies from an objective. Elite classes also play a huge role, especially on a map like Verdun Heights, where you can cause a lot of damage to the enemy team if you're careful enough. Another very important message, which extends from my previous point, is go with whatever class is needed on the battlefield. If your team is dying a lot, it would be best to spawn in as a medic. On the flip side, if your team is killing a lot of enemies, it would be better to spawn in as a support and drop ammo for your team. Simple things like this can make winning the game so much more easier for you and your team. Speaking of making things easier, try to control the flags that are easier to control. Let's take a look at the map Soissons, for example. What would be the point in trying to hold flags A and E? The best way to go about this would be to go after flags A, B, and C, because they are the closest together, and that will be 3 out of 5 flags captured for your team. I found using this tactic with a squad of 5 while using communications will nearly always guarantee the win for your team. Have 2 patrolling between B and A, and have the rest of your squad mates circle between all objectives, picking off anybody trying to take one of your flags. This works really well once it's done correctly, and everybody plays with a useful class. In Conquest, it's not about having all the flags, it's about owning the right flags in the right places. There's no point having the 3 flags outside the enemy spawn, but rather you have the 3 flags outside your spawn, as they'll be much easier to defend, and your spawn is much nearer to those flags. So guys, those are some quick tips that allow you to win more rounds of Conquest. If you guys found this tutorial helpful, make sure to leave a like on the video, it's always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next Battlefield video.